So let's talk Fluttershy. Like I was saying before I recorded, this old Fluttershy design is not it anymore. The footage isn't it for it. The recording I did for it isn't it. Like, I regret that whole piece of the video. There was some really poor phrasing. I should have worded myself better. I know better now. So I had to take another shot at it. So the old design, the old design literally had no direction. If you would have asked me what I was going for, I could have told you for basically everyone except for Fluttershy. I mean, but like Fluttershy didn't have a direction, and I didn't like that. So let's talk about new Fluttershy. Let's start from the beginning. So I started off redesigning Fluttershy like I did everyone for the first series. I did a basic headshot that I felt matched her skeletal structure. I made Fluttershy, is what I'm saying. I did a very soft face. I kept a little bit about the face kind of the same. I kept the kind of pointier nose and the heavily lashed eyes. But you could tell going into this that I knew exactly what I wanted to do, especially when that little picture here shows up in the corner. This was one of the original concept sketches from the move. Oh my god, hold on. This sketch of her has haunted me my entire life. Not my entire life. No, she's haunted me since the first video though, because I knew in my heart that this was her, and I don't know why I dedicated myself to putting dreadlocks on her. There was literally no reason, and I didn't like it. It wasn't her. So here we have the very short curly bob. I wanted to do something a little different than the last time. Last time it was pink on top and then teal on bottom. So this time I did teal on top and pink on bottom, and I think that just makes a nice like I think it looks weird the other way around. Something about this just reads right. I wanted to give her butterfly bow a little more detail, because a big thing about her original design was that I wanted her to have that butterfly bow, but it was so non-detailed that it was kind of like, okay, great, she's got a bow, whatever, who cares? So I gave it a little bit of gold embellishments and some like lighter emeralds kind of as like little butterfly patterning. It doesn't look like an actual butterfly. Was it going to? No, it was never going to look like a real butterfly. I got the body shape down really easily for Fluttershy. I wanted to keep the same body type as I did last time. I wanted to do tall and slender. And I have her bent down in this picture, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, her arms are just a little bit bent, so she can actually stand up even taller than this. So whatever she looks like in this, she's actually a little taller. So she's still technically super tall. Do not ask me if she's taller than Applejack though, because I actually don't know that anymore. Like, they kind of might. Guys, do you want to see them together? Let's put them next to each other real quick and just kind of see. Fluttershy standing up straight would probably be around here on Applejack. So she's just a little shorter than Applejack, but I still want her to be taller than everyone else in the party. Like, she's taller than Rarity, and she's taller than Twilight. Also, I just realized about these new redesigns. Now with Fluttershy, I'm pretty sure, 3 out of the 6 redesigns I did now have little, heart fluffies on their ears, and I think that's so cute, honestly. One thing that I wanted to add to my Fluttershy for sure this time was actually something, and I'm gonna have to double check that original reference. Let me see the sketch. Yeah, see, this original sketch had glasses. Fluttershy was always supposed to have glasses in my redesign, but for some reason, they never made it to the final design. I guess I just kind of forgot them. So I wanted to make sure that they were a focal point in this piece and that they made their way to the final piece. So I gave her these nice little tiny golden spectacles, and they're like circle shaped. They're very, very cute. I kept the body proportions basically the same, like I already said. I kept the fluffy chest because that was super iconic to her, and then I gave her the fluff at the hooves and a little bit at her back, but otherwise I took the fluff away from her elbows. I guess I just didn't think that looked right. As for personality, I'm gonna keep my personality for Fluttershy pretty much the same. She still smokes weed. She still gets elevated. She's super cool and awesome like that. One thing I'm kind of sad I lost was the little goat pupils, because those were kind of cute on the old design, but they just didn't match my new vision. Oh, a cute detail that I added this time was that I made her wings super small. I figured she had smaller wings, kind of like Scootaloo, like not exactly like Scootaloo, because they have a little bit more tier to them, or another tier to them, because I think I'm going to make Scootaloo's wings just like the singular tier. I think that'll be fun. Yeah, I love her little stupid wings. So she flutters when she flies because her name is Fluttershy. Guys, she's so sweet. I changed the cutie mark from the last design. I didn't like the last design. It was giving, like, Geneva Convention / neg. So I made a new cutie mark. It's not super complicated. It's literally just a golden cross with little hearts and a paw print to represent her love for animals, and then her kind of veterinary background where she's like really good with like solving animals' problems and taking care of them and healing them, or not healing them, but like, what is the word I'm looking for? Helping them back to health? Helps with the recovery? I don't know. I like the simplicity of her new design. Yeah, no, the old design was way complicated for what? Like, there was no reason that it needed to be that complicated. And also, it's ugly. The old design is ugly. And no one thought, like, no one ever said it to me, like, oh, this design is ugly. The only thing people ever said it to me about the Fluttershy thing was the dreadlocks. And, like, I realized she doesn't fit them. Like, she just doesn't. We already have a character who has dreadlocks, who smokes ganja. Guys, that's Tree Hugger. It's literally Tree Hugger MLP. We didn't need to make a second one of those. So I was more than happy to give Fluttershy a completely new identity. Nurse them back to health. Thank you. That is the saying I was trying to come up with earlier. I couldn't fucking remember it. I don't think there's anything else I really want to say about Fluttershy. While I'm shitting on the old design, can we talk about whatever the hell this, like, green bandana leaf shit was everywhere? And the, like, bells? I'm not against the bells totally, but I don't know. It's just, the old design was so complex for no reason. And this one's just a lot more simple, and it also just feels a lot more like her. So I gave her these, guys, I'm 21 years old, and I don't know what hazel eyes look like. And I've looked into this. I know, quote unquote, what hazel eyes look like. But how I draw hazel eyes is typically with a predominant brown and then some kind of blue or green highlight in the eye. And I thought that really fit the design with the kind of natural browns and then the bright saturated color of like the accessories. So we kind of bring that green into the design just a teeny bit more. It's her one accessory besides her glasses. So her eyes are super gorgeous. I love her little under eye makeup that I gave her. That's new. I don't know. It's Fluttershy, guys. What else to say? Let's come up with some headcanons. A lot of people like want to know more about my redesigns and my headcanons and shit for people because they're just interested. I'm gonna say, oh, one thing I do want to mention about this Fluttershy design, absolutely wanted to mention this, is that this is Fluttershy in like season, I'm gonna put a number up on screen when I'm editing the video. I don't know what season the change happens in, but there's a very obvious change in Fluttershy's personality within the show. And she goes from, we meet her as this timid, oh guys, I'm just a little baby. Like, we meet her there, and at the end of the show, she's a completely different pony. And I want to say that this is her more extroverted. Like, I like to think that if I did another version of this, I would do a version of this before she was a little more extroverted, like before she came out of her shell a little bit more. I think I'd make her hair a lot longer, maybe I'd make it a different color, maybe drape it over her eyes. I think one thing that I like about my Fluttershy design is that when she came out of her shell and started being more of herself, she decided that she was going to cut her hair so that her face was finally showing for the first time because she felt more confident about her appearance. And I think that's such a sweet little message for her to share. Fluttershy having dreads phase inspired by a tree hugger would be so cute, not gonna lie. You know what? Yeah, let's just say that. Let's canonize this. Fluttershy had dreads. They were encouraged by Tree Hugger, but she didn't like having them. She likes maintaining her hair and keeping it soft and silky and smooth, and that hairstyle just wasn't for her, and that's okay. So we switched to this new cute short curly bob, which like, I'm literally so feral. It's such a good design, and it's the fact that I have Fluttershy stands in my life, like Styx, for example, who is in love with her. That's how I know I did a good job. If my friends who are in love with these characters love my redesigns, I know I did a good job. And you know what? I like this a lot more too, so be gone, old Fluttershy. Raise a new, short and curly-haired Fluttershy. I have a feeling Fluttershy cries every time she lets eagles she raised back into the wild. You know what? That's true. She's probably like Fluttershy, much like her show version, is very compassionate, loves animals, very sweet person. Oh, she's got the cutest giggle. Guys, I can't imitate it, but just know, I know she's got the cutest giggle. You guys would love her giggle. It's so but it's like deeper, but like not deeper. It's kind of like tee hee hee, but like, I don't know. It's fun. You guys would like it. That could be possible. That could tie in with her brother so much. Yeah, what does her brother do again? Fluttershy's brother, the deadbeat, the one I'm in love with. Fluttershy's brother. Zephyr Breeze. Oh, God. Top 10 characters I would love to get my hands on. Zephyr Breeze. This video is not about him, so I'm not going to talk about him too much. But I do think, honest to God, he's like I'm looking at this clip right here where he's like kind of playing with her hair. I would absolutely adore if Zephyr was the one who like cuts and dyes Fluttershy's hair. Like in the show, their relationship is very estranged, and I want to see them together more. I think Zephyr is a great character, minus the whole fact that he's like kind of a simp for Rainbow Dash. I'm not thrilled about that part, but like, you know, he was a royal guard for like a day. Yeah, I'm seeing a picture of that.
A few minutes later.
We need to stop talking about Zephyr Breeze and Rainbow Dash. This is an episode about Fluttershy. Angel being the first animal Fluttershy rehabilitated, but making him a pet, because he can't be put back in the wild. That'd be cool. I never really thought about what Angel Bunny would look like next to Fluttershy. I guess I kind of forgot about Angel Bunny. Kind of like the show forgets about every single pet that the main six has. Guys, everyone in the main six has a fucking pet. I mean, fuck, Applejack's got a dog. Huh? Hey, so I just realized that I didn't record an outro for this video, so hi, here I am, editing Ren, here to entertain you for a few more seconds. I've mentioned this a few times on live streams, but I think I'm going to go back and review all my redesigns. I don't think I'm going to change all of them like I did with Fluttershy, but I definitely want to revisit them and give them more love. If you absolutely hated what I did or absolutely loved what I did, please leave a comment and let me know. You know, have at me. I love to see all the amazing, wonderful opinions y'all have. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Bye.